Welcome to David vs. Film. I am David, yo soy David, and tonight I am watching Would I Lie to You featuring James Acaster. A big hey, hi, and hello to all of you, but to returning viewers, and especially returning subscribers, what's up? Holy crap, just when you thought Would I Lie to You would never make an appearance on the channel again, here we are. Resurrected. I first started watching this 2 years ago, best of Bob Mortimer. I did the best I could to try to comply with copyright and yet edit the video in a way that you guys saw enough to make it not too choppy, and I didn't really succeed. So back to the drawing board, figure all this out, and then of course I took a little while because I got sidetracked with an amazing show called Taskmaster as well as Graham Norton. This was the nexus of my UK fascination, adoration, and pure love, I have to say. So I am again thrilled to be watching Would I Lie to You, and especially because it features, in this video anyway, Mr. James Acaster, who I just finished watching on Series 7 of Taskmaster. I have to say thank you to Julie. Julie is a subscriber and a Patreon who sent me this video. I'm going to show you most of it, my reaction to it, but if you would like to see the full unedited version, you can find that over on Patreon, patreon.com/DavidVersusFilm. I also have other perks and bonus materials over there, like early access to these videos, plus much more, so check that out if you would like. But for right now, let us sit back, relax, and watch the best of James Acaster. This is my on Would I Lie to You.
This round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panelists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's
Sean from
team
Series
to
8,
spot
which I
who's
just started
telling the
watching?
truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Jerry.
Jerry.
What is Jerry to you?
This is Jerry, and he was the policeman who came to investigate when I was heard screaming during a Christmas game of Twister.
Right, Sean's concerned copper. James, how do you know Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Right, James's fireman friend. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the paramedic who ticked me off last Christmas after I landed my drone in his ambulance.
David's team, where to begin?
Sean, you were playing Twister.
Yeah.
What was the occasion?
It was in between Christmas and New Year, and me and my family had gone away and rented a cottage.
And why did you scream?
Because I think I had my left hand on red and right foot on green.
Tricky.
And we'd all had a few drinks. And
What was the time? What time of day?
oh, it was evening.
Right.
It was evening. I'd say about 10:30ish.
Okay.
And my uncle fell on my face and I screamed.
I mean, I will stop here for a second and say that, like, I just don't believe it. Because Sean, to me, for the little bit I know of her from Series 8 of Taskmaster so far, she just seems so genuine. I don't know. It's a lot of details for it to be true.
And you would scream, wouldn't you? You would scream.
Was he a friendly uncle?
Very friendly.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show, there is a website you can visit.
It's so true, right? It's so
It was a
true.
horrific scream. It was fun. I was having fun. I was just a bit hysterical.
Could you reproduce it, Sean? Could an actress of your stature
Okay.
reproduce it for us now? Imagine, Lee, is this
can
uncle who's a
someone fall
little
on my
too
face?
friendly. You're never that happy when he turns up, no matter how many presents you think, oh, it's Uncle Lee. Oh.
I like the way that you said she's a good actress, so she could play the part of the screamer, but I could just play the untoward uncle naturally.
So, there you are. Why don't you demonstrate the Twister?
Oh, Lord.
James, what are you doing?
Playing the Twister mat.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't a scary scream. It was like a... Because I was having
Well,
fun scream.
how did the neighbour next door hear it? It was just
Who's
a
that?
little scream.
Did the uncle
recognise him.
let out anything as well? Did
I
he...
certainly did not.
So what happened? happens then? So suddenly there's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
And what happens when Jerry arrives?
Well, we're all just having fun at this point. We've all had a few drinks. We all invite Jerry in, see if Jerry wants a sherry. He was really lovely about it.
Right.
So is there a police station in this village? And they're all on duty at Christmas week, are
Well,
they?
there's always got to be a policeman on duty somewhere.
To look out for madmen like you pushing donkeys down lanes. Now, what about James?
OK, James.
Just remind us, James, what it was that you said.
Jerry is the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Oh.
OK. What's going on?
He makes me laugh so hard. So first of all, I will say just quickly, I don't know if I believe this, but I'm inclined to. It just sounds crazy enough to be true. And the other guy, who I cannot remember his name on the spot, David something. I can't remember his last name. I know he was on Peep Show, which because of my love of Olivia Colman, several of you have told me I need to watch Peep Show. But anyway, he makes me laugh so hard. Just his voice and the way he is, his energy makes me laugh. But him and Acaster together, I'm eager to see this.
It's a game.
Is it?
Yeah. 2 teams of firemen.
OK, so that's... For a game of squirt, the first thing you need is 2 teams of fire.
And they go either side of a river.
Yeah.
And you get a rope. And you tie it up in a tree at one side of the river. And then you run it along and you tie it to a tree at the other side of the river.
Yeah.
But before you've tied it to the other side, you thread a barrel across it.
Oh, come on.
Of course you do.
Just thread a barrel.
Yeah. What if there's a fire in the local area during the lengthy setup for a game of squirt?
Well, he's not... They can't put out fires anyway. He's only volunteer.
Sorry?
They're just a volunteer fire brigade. They're not allowed to put out fires.
What are they allowed to do? Just look at them?
They
Fair question.
are permitted to pick up litter.
Where do they get the fire engines and everything from then?
Their fire engine's an old one. It's more like a ice cream van that's painted red.
Damn it. I thought you were telling the truth. No, I don't know.
Do they have the uniforms?
No. The Kettering Volunteer Fire Brigade have a T-shirt and it has an emblem on it of a fire being put out by a beer.
Talk us through the rules of squirt.
OK.
Damn it, now I think he's lying.
You get the barrel to the middle of the rope, right in the middle of the rope.
Yeah.
And then both teams aim their hoses at it.
Are the volunteer firemen allowed real water, or do they just mime it?
No, they're allowed water. They just can't aim it at a fire.
OK.
If there
Violation.
was a fire, they would have to turn the hose off.
Right.
Come on. God damn it.
So what happens next?
Someone's like, go! And then they both turn their hoses on and they aim it at the barrel. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the barrel, trying to squirt it along the rope so it gets to the opposition side of the bank. And all the water is hitting this barrel, and we're standing on the bridge. Getting soaked.
Yeah.
And then you walk home going, good squirt this year.
Right, now then, what about
Good
Lee?
squirt
How
this
did
year.
you come to land the drone in Jerry's ambulance?
We have this really weird tradition in our house where we like to keep dry. And so I thought, what I'll do is I'll fly my drone, but I'll stay in the house. And the window was open, and I thought...
The window was open because it was a very hot Boxing Day.
The window was open. The window was open because my wife always has the heat on very high over Christmas, and I'm not a fan of radiators, so I opened the window. Yeah. And I was practising in the bedroom, and I thought, I'm so in control of this, rather than go downstairs and fly it, I'm just going to go straight out the window.
Was the drone a Christmas present?
The drone was a Christmas present, correct.
Who gave you a drone for
Not
Christmas?
you, because you got me nothing.
Yeah.
It was my wife.
Your wife got you, it's a very romantic present, a drone.
She'd heard me say it to her a lot during the year. Drone, drone.
Why was there
Clever.
an ambulance there? Had your wife called it as a precautionary measure?
The ambulance was actually the house over the road, and as I was flying the drone, I looked over, and a man was carried out on a stretcher. And I think, can't quite see what's going on, but I thought I'll have a little look at that. And my drone has a camera attached to it, so I'm flying the drone over. That's getting closer and closer. You know, I'm getting quite a good...
It can help, I think, when someone's just had a heart attack or something. Something shocking or strange can really helps them really get it together.
I thought so. And so I was watching it and I thought, this is interesting. And then he gets put in the back of the ambulance and the doors stay open. And Jerry goes in the back. I think, no, I'll have a little look, see what's going on. So I get a bit closer. And now I'm hovering just outside the back doors.
Yeah.
And I pushed forward a little bit too much. And the drone went straight into the back of the ambulance, striking Jerry on the back.
This presumably hurt Jerry because the rotors of a drone are very fast.
Yeah, yeah, he was a good 3 or 4 inches taller than this last year.
So Jerry spots you leaning out of your bedroom window with a remote control. What does he then do?
Oi! I said, give me my drone back!
See...
I can't really repeat what he said on television
Okay, he swore.
because... No, he's French and I don't understand French.
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Jerry Sean's concerned copper, James's fireman friend, or Lee's peeved paramedic?
Oh, I don't.
So, quickly, before we get my guess anyway, and I want to hear your guesses, if you know what you thought at this point anyway. Shit. Sean's story was so just like, 'cause like I said, she seems like such a almost like one of those people that has like an inability, though, like I know her, I don't know her at all except for the few episodes I've seen of Taskmaster, but she just seems like one of those people that has a hard time lying. So I feel like her just obvious story is just not true. James is, I wanted to believe it, it's so out there, I don't know. And the other guy, forgive me, I forgot his name, but he, damn it, I don't know. I'm still gonna stick with James, but that sounded way out there with that barrel and all that shit.
I mean...
I think it's James's.
You think it's James's?
I think it's Sean.
I mean, I think we're agreed Lee is lying.
Yeah.
Lee. Okay, Lee.
Question is,
Lee. Sorry,
is it
Lee.
James or Sean?
I think it's a mate of James's from the pub who was a volunteer fireman.
I'm not happy about this. Because my instinct is that James is telling the truth.
Right.
But I know what that's saying publicly. I know what I am then believing. I'm believing a game that is played across a river between volunteer firemen
who aren't allowed to put out fires
ice cream van
and have T-shirts with beer.
The locals come and stand and watch in just the place where they get splattered with water.
What's it going to be?
I think it's James.
You're going to go with James?
I agree.
Yeah. Go on,
Jerry,
I'm saying it's James.
would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jerry, and I'm a volunteer fireman who soaks drains.
No way! Okay, well, there you go.
Hello, Jerry.
Very nice. I feel like, David, I'm happy about this, but I'm also embarrassed that this happens in a way.
Thank you very much.
Or this is true, but that was great. Yeah, that brought it all back real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. We're going to jump right back into the next one. But yeah, that brought it all back about why I love this show so much and how much I really enjoy watching Bob Mortimer. So I need to see if I can go back and find some of the Bob Mortimer clips from this I have not seen, but also Mr. Greg Davis, because I imagine he's phenomenal on this. All right, let's see what the next one is.
Special guest, Jake.
Jake.
So, Oti, what is Jake to you?
This is Jake, and on the German version of Strictly, I knocked his tooth out with a high kick.
Oh.
So, Oti's damaged
I don't know her.
dancer. James, how do you know Jake?
This is Jake. When he split up with his girlfriend, everyone blamed me instead of him.
Right, James's breakup buddy. And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Jake?
This is Jake. I once knocked him into a grave with a frisbee.
Come on, damn it. I was going to say Lee.
So there we have it. Otie's damaged dancer, James's breakup buddy, or Lee's frisbeed friend.
I almost want to say James
David's
again.
team, where to begin?
OK, so why were you on German Strictly?
Oh, so I live in Germany, and that's where the UK version found me.
And
Strictly
Jake
Come
was
Dancing,
your...
right?
He was the celebrity.
What does he
That's
do?
the show?
He's a weatherman.
He's a weatherman.
Wetterman.
He does look kind of German.
Wetterman.
German weatherman.
But he's very talented because he's a weatherman. I mean, this is difficult to do.
Well,
and he can dance. I have a lot of admiration for the
don't know
weatherman and
those two
weatherwomen.
either.
Yeah, but that's because all you're doing is showing people to tables. It probably looks really skillful.
Dumbass.
How good a
He's
dancer was he?
funny.
Because on Strictly, you often have people that aren't very good.
We made it up to week 9.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, in German, that's 0, so it means week 0.
No.
Oh my God! See, goofy, goofy.
It's close enough,
It's so
Bob,
clever.
It's close enough as a joke.
9 does not mean 0.
It means week no, OK?
No,
Just
it
let
doesn't.
it go.
No, because the joke doesn't work.
Well, I think you'll find that all us lot disagree.
So what happened? You said you hit him?
Yeah, so this was during a live show, right? And the worst part is that was the end of the number. So you have to go there and stand by the judges.
No, the worst part of it is 2000. Typical dancer mentality, and the worst thing is we got judged terribly.
But did you get through to the next week?
Yeah, it's Germany. They vote.
Germany have got a terrible history for voting for the wrong person, don't they? Why is that an ooh? Surely you would agree with that. Yeah. Why is that contentious?
Yeah,
Is that a room splitter?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we liked Adolf
A
Hitler.
room splitter. I like that. Is that a room splitter?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just contemplating the rise of fascism.
What about James?
James, what's the scenario?
This is Jake, and when he split with his girlfriend, everyone blamed me instead of him.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I had to deliver the news.
What do you mean?
We wrote a letter together. We were like 15, and it was Jake's first girlfriend, and he hadn't got experience of how to break up with people. And to be fair, not even less. And we decided, he's like, I've got to break up with her, and I don't know how to do it.
Why has he got to break up with her?
They weren't really clicking, they didn't have much chemistry.
Right.
Did you write it together?
Yeah, we wrote it together in a field.
Do you remember that letter at all?
It was, I remember it started off with, Dear Yvonne, this is the hardest letter I've ever had to write.
Why were you in the field?
We liked to go for a lot of walks, me and Jack.
I can see what's happening here. Am I the only one that knows what's happening here?
Why didn't he write it on his own? Why you?
Okay, so just for a second, I want to say, if memory serves, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, it's coming back. It's been 2 years, but I think it's coming back now. Some of the details can be wrong, and yet that's still the true relationship, right? If not mistaken. So I believe that, for example, this really could be, most of it true, like 90% of it true. Like, this is a friend. They've been friends since they were teenagers. But the field part could be a lie, but it still counts. I think. Is that right? I think.
I was worried he would say the wrong thing, and so we tried to,
So he wanted to make sure?
Yeah, it's like, maybe we can work on it together, and we sat down in the field and we wrote this letter.
And can you remember more of the text?
I know that it didn't really drop the bombshell until a little bit in, because I remember when I gave it to her, to begin with, she was very excited to receive a letter from Jake, and then she was going through.
Did you stand there while she was reading the letter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stood there?
Well, I just had so she was in my form,
Yeah.
so I had to go over to her table and go, oh, this is from Jake. And she was like, oh, Jake's given me a letter, and then all the girls on the table were like, yes!
Why
did you give it
exaggerating all the
people?
I was 15 years old. You're a grown man.
Did she look at you did she blame it on you straight away?
Yeah, as soon as they all got to that bit, they all looked at me and were like, and were really furious with me and really angry.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
And Jake was, Jake's a wild boy. They kind of expected it from him.
It's very wild.
When you say wild, do you mean?
He went through a phase when he used to jump in the school long jump pit naked. He played Mr. Hyde in a play and licked a girl's face.
Jesus, he does have that Malkovich look.
I was in a band with him.
It's possible.
Yeah, he was a keyboard player, but he couldn't play keyboard, so we turned it all the way down. Then we chucked him out the band and he smashed his keyboard up in the woods.
He really is a wild man. All right. Now, what about Lee?
Still waters run deep with old Jake, right?
What's this grave frisbee
Just
situation?
remind us, Lee.
This is Jake, and I once knocked him into a grave with a frisbee.
So how did that happen?
Well, there was a frisbee, and it hit him, and he fell in the grave. I mean, what do you need to know, David?
Were you in a cemetery?
I was just on the edge of a cemetery. I was on the other side of a wall of a cemetery.
And so, what were you playing with? A friend? Kids?
Yeah, I found frisbee on my own quite hard. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of this is Jake, and I once hit him with a boomerang, and he fell into a grave.
So who were you playing frisbee with?
With my son.
And how high was the wall of this cemetery?
It was about... it's quite low. It was about 3 foot, 4 foot. Just a very, very low wall.
In French?
No, it was in the countryside in England.
No, because 3 foot, 4 foot is what in French? I don't know.
It is 4 foot. No, sorry, it's 4 foot.
What was he doing in the cemetery?
What was he doing?
Yeah.
He's really
He was
funny.
actually the grave digger. Look at his face. Of course I'm telling the truth. I say grave digger, I mean body snatcher.
He wants to laugh, right?
Why were you there? Were you on holiday?
I just was having a day out to some church my wife wanted to see. So my wife and my son and me, we went off. We went off to a field, had a look at a church. My wife loves the church. She had a look at the church. Me and my son are not interested in church. Are you all right there? And I said, well, me and you, we always take a frisbee because everywhere she goes and looks at, we're often on Oxford Street when she's shopping.
So how did she find out about that particular church?
She went on Google when she was looking about slugs.
Oh my God, this guy.
So how did he fall in the grave?
Because he was looking at his hole. The hole he just dug, and he obviously just finished. He was very proud. It's a 6-foot hole. It takes a long time to dig a 6-foot hole. Trust me, I know. I've buried a few. And he's looking down, thinking, I finally finished. And but as luck would have it, my son missed it, went over his head, hit him on the back of the knee, and he's gone straight in.
Oh, see, he lost me there.
How did you know he fell into the grave?
How do I know he fell in the grave? Because there was a fella stood there, and then he wasn't.
It's entertaining.
We need an answer. So, David's team is Jake, Otis' damaged dancer, James's breakup buddy, or Lee's frisbeed friend.
Okay, so those of you who've seen this before, what did you think of this time, if you can remember? And if it's your time seeing it the first time with me, what do you think? I'm going to guess James. Again, I hope that that's not the case, because then it makes me feel like this compilation video is just all the times that James was the real person, and that kind of takes a lot of the fun out of it. But hey, going into it, I don't know that, so I'm going to say this time, damn. I was going to say Lee at first, as crazy as that sounded. And when he told the story, it made a little more sense, because originally I thought he meant like a buddy of his, and he were playing frisbee in a cemetery. But this makes a little more sense. But still, he kind of sputtered at the end there, so I'm gonna stay with James again. We'll see.
Don't buy the dancing, but I think James's story is very plausible, and they look alike anyway.
That's not a rule. They're not claiming to be brothers. They're claiming to be friends.
Right.
Well, you have to have a reason.
And they were young, so that makes more sense too. So yeah.
What are you thinking, Danny?
James. I really believe this story.
Yeah. David?
Yeah, I think probably James.
Oh, OK. There's no doubt within your team, David.
There's no doubt.
We think we know, which is absurd, because, of course, we don't. But...
Jake, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jake, and James helped me break up with my girlfriend.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yes, Jake is James's breakup buddy. Thank you very much, Jake.
How awesome was that? I forgot how much fun this show is. Going into it, didn't know if these were going to be all you know, like James friends kind of things, or so like these would all be the ones that turn out to be him, or if it was just, you know, appearances of him on the show and you didn't know who it was going to be, the relationship that This Is My. But obviously both of these were his. So yeah, so much fun. This show, I'm telling you what, I'm really glad that I found a way to put this back on the channel and still be copyright compliant and respect that, which I always try to do, right? Especially here on YouTube. I ain't looking for trouble, right? But I'm just looking to have a good time and watch some stuff with you guys. So I really am glad that we're back with this again. Again, I have to say thanks to Julie, my friend over on Patreon, and here, of course, on YouTube, who recommended this particular compilation video for me to watch. The last little part of it I'm going to put over on Patreon, so if you want to see that little bit, check it out over there. Anything like this that you guys think would be great, please send those my way, or just let me know your recommendations. So many of you already have, I know, and it's a growing list, but you know, it's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to such quality content to watch. But again, I want to say thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I hope that you have a great rest of the day / night wherever you are. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Be sure to check the notification bell if you do. Leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts on WILTY and everything else that you want to talk about. In the meantime, I hope that you guys have a great one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.